Okay, welcome everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of our V Conversation series. And today we're exploring a topic that is rapidly shaping how businesses interact with their customers, and that's AI-driven customer service for modern businesses. And for our case study today, we are looking at how Vatebra's VatNova can be leveraged for business growth. Now, according to an IBM article on AI in customer service, today's customers expect real-time, personalized support across digital channels and are less tolerant of delays or disjointed experiences. Now, traditional support models, which rely heavily on human agents, often struggle to deliver on these expectations. This deficiency results in long wait times and inconsistent service. Now, this is according to IBM. Now, examples of AI in customer service include instant responses, virtual customer assistance, intelligent routing of customer requests, predictive customer support, and many others I wouldn't like to bore you with. Now, AI is no longer just about automation. It's about intelligence, learning, and continuous improvement. In this session, we will not only explore the broader shift towards AI-driven customer service, we'll also take a practical look at how solutions like Vatebra's VatNova are enabling organizations to transform their service operations, improve efficiency, and drive sustainable business growth. However, let me introduce our guest, our speaker for today. Joining us to discuss this topic is Abiola Ishao, who is our Chief Technology Officer at Vatebra. Now, with over 21 years of experience in the tech industry, Abiola is a seasoned software architect known for driving innovation and leading high-performing teams. He holds a BSc in Computer Science from the University of Ilorin, an MBA from Ahmadu Bello University, an MSc from the University of Ulster, United Kingdom, and is currently a PhD candidate in Applied Artificial Intelligence at Alma Mater European University, Austria. Abiola is deeply committed to leveraging technology to achieve strategic business goals and is passionate about shaping the future of software engineering through forward-thinking ideas and practical innovation. Mr. Abiola, thank you for joining us and you're welcome to V Conversations.
Thank you, Basit.
Yes, so let's dive into it. So this session will be in three parts. I'll introduce us to the context of what we're discussing today, and we'll go into the presentation, which I'll share, and Mr. Abiola will take it over from there. Then I'll ask follow-up questions, and then we'll go into the question and answer session. So if you're ready, we can get started. Mr. Abiola, let me start with my first question. So what are the key shifts that you have seen that have made AI-driven customer support more accessible today for SMEs? And why is now a critical moment for businesses to adopt AI in their customer experiences rather than waiting?
All right, thank you. I forgot that. So let's just take the questions one by one. The first one is the technological shift or enablement. What has made AI for customer service more achievable today? So we have about three major paradigm shifts that's happened recently. The first one is cloud technology. Before now, most businesses build their own internal AI model, and this costs them a lot. They have to recruit machine learning experts, they need to recruit data scientists and the rest of them to build their model internally. So this has shifted from their regular day-to-day activities, such as their primary businesses. For example, a company that's into shipping, they don't really have any business investing a lot in AI architecture. So, but today we have cloud technologies that you can leverage, such as Vatebra Nova. So these technologies or this platform, they've simplified adoption of AI for customer service. All the tools that you need to deploy, the training you need to train your AI and the rest of them, all these are available on the cloud, and you only pay certain fee a subscription to access these services. So another paradigm shift that's happened is better data availability. Today, we have data everywhere. Popularly, people say it in let me use the local jargons, call it data na water. So there's data everywhere. So the availability of data has also made this very achievable because AI learns on data. That's what it lives on data. So because people now collect data from their customers via different channels, such as WhatsApp, CRM, Twitter, and the rest of them. So there's a rich volume of data for them to work with. And this data will actually assist them to build or to run effective AI model. Another one is smart automation and machine learning, because today there are better machine learning algorithms out there, and they are very cheap and they are not that hard to implement. So this is another enabler for adoption of AI for customer service. So that is for the first part of the question. So Basil, can you tell me the second part so I can answer that as well?
Okay, thank you very much. I think you've touched on critical aspects of why we are seeing a shift in why AI is necessary for customer service. The second question is, why is it now? I mean, why should businesses adopt AI now rather than waiting for tomorrow to come? Why should a random SME on the road decide to implement AI in their processes? And what's the benefit to them?
Okay, the reason all businesses, not just some, all businesses must adopt AI now is that customers are no longer patient. That's one thing. As the digital world evolves, people are becoming impatient on daily basis. I don't imagine myself trying to request information from a particular vendor, and I don't get information real time. I have to wait till the following morning when somebody is awake to attend to me. So these are the gaps that people are currently experiencing in terms of customer service. Most organizations, they shut down around 5 o'clock, and that's the end. But with adoption of AI, your business is running 24 hours, 24/7, 24 hours, 7 days in a week, 365 days in a year. You don't even need human to manage your customer interaction. It has gotten advanced to the extent that you can practically automate all your processes and hand it over to AI to manage for you. AI can actually do everything your customer agents are doing, basically. Just that there are some things that are not well defined that you still need human to, take charge of. So that's basically the reason why everybody has to adopt this now, because customers are no longer interested in waiting. They send out a message to you, they want you to respond immediately. And if you don't have a human to attend to the request, you are supposed to deploy an AI agent that does that on your behalf. So one of the advantage of having this approach is that your business is being run 24/7 and your customers are extremely happy, because a customer that is getting constant response is a happy customer. So hope that answers the question.
Thank you. Yeah, it does. It does. You touched on the fact that businesses need to be, available 24/7 to attend to customer requests. And there's also a part you touched on that probably speaks to the demerit of AI. I think we'll come to that, in the course of our program. So if you're just joining us, this is V Conversations. We're going to the next segment now. I'll be sharing my screen, and our speaker will take us through the VatNova solution. So let's pay attention while I share my screen. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Okay. Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Fabiola, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
So let's.
Okay, so you can go on with the slide.
All right.
Okay, so AI-driven customer service for modern business, introducing VatNova project. So VatNova is a concept built by Vatebra. One of the areas we look at when we are conceptualizing VatNova is to see how everybody, either you're a small business, you are a sole business owner, you are enterprise, you can adopt and ride on AI automation. And another area we also look at is the cost. We make it so affordable that even a one-man business can adopt it. So that is the general brain behind VatNova. So you can go ahead, but you can go ahead. So about the evolution of engagement. So AI power system accelerates query processes, driving intermediate value and reducing customers' friction. So when you adopt AI, you get at least 34% improvement in your customer satisfaction. What do I mean by this? When AI interacts with a human, they don't get tired. Let me just use a layman language. They don't get exhausted, they don't get tired, they don't get bored. So when you interact with AI, they attend to you more objectively than human. So sometimes you might say something to your fellow human who's an agent, and the person might get angry, the person might react to you somehow. But AI is so objective. The objective of AI is to ensure that you get satisfied. So that is the primary core of its objective. So that means that if you adopt this, you get at least 34% improvement in your customer satisfaction. Then you also say that you get at least 28% reduction in your expenses. What do we mean by this? I'm not saying that AI will take away jobs of human, but it will make their work more smarter. People will be promoted to more strategic roles, like training the AI on what to do and just of them, instead of you sitting down chatting with human. So that is the evolution of engagement. You can go on, Basit. So striking the perfect balance between the AI domain and the human domain. So the AI domain, please, Basit, your slide is shaking. Can you just maximize back? So the AI domain, high volume routine, instant password reset, FAQ, order status, blah, blah, blah. So all those activities that are routine. For example, let me give a good example. You have a shopping mall and customers come every day to ask about a particular product or they want to know the price of a product. These are routine activities. You don't need a human being to sit down and be doing all these kind of activities. Routine tasks, let AI handle it for you. Then the human domain, the high-stake, complex, emotional, sensitive complaints, nuanced negotiation, and empathy-driven problem solving. Somebody whose account has been debited over and over. AI will not do a reversal for you by default because anything that has to do with financials, you have to be very careful when you're using AI to handle financial transactions. So in this kind of situation now, then you have human domain. So things that are extremely emotional that you want to go outside of being objective. You want to attach a level of subjectivity to that kind of problem. Then you need human domain to handle it. So you need to strike the balance so that we will not use AI extremely and also affect human interaction in some cases. Please go ahead. So VatNova, the engine of intelligence service. Sorry, please. So we have the agentic autonomy, we have the predictive anticipation, we have the human copilot. So the agentic autonomy resolve issues end to end. You ask a question, it answers you. You ask another question, it answers you. So when we go to predictive anticipation, as system goes on, as interaction goes on, the system knows your pattern. For example, you are a customer that asks about a particular product over and over again. They start learning your pattern, and it knows that this kind of person likes a particular product. So before you know it, by the time you come back to that chatbot and chat with it starts suggesting some things to you relating to what you normally talk about or what you feel or things that you like. So that is the predictive anticipation. Then the human copilot, this analyzes behavioral data to solve customer issues before they escalate into formal support tickets. So let's go on, please. So beyond the classic chatbot, so legacy system, what people do before the advent of AI in customer service is called script dependence and reactive. Things like if a customer asks for this answer you give the person. If a customer asks for this answer you give the person. It's just like question and answer kind of thing. Then surface level FAQ, then isolated data. These are what people are doing before now. In fact, if you look at most of these support tickets, support system, this is what they do. It's just a script. You write the question and the answer, question and answer. It's not intuitive. It's not evolving. When you now move to VatNova ecosystem, you have agentic workflow and end-to-end resolution. It's not just about answering you like a scripted kind of a workflow. It asks you questions, follow-up question, and ensure that you are 100% satisfied before that conversation is completed. Proactive learning and deep CRM integration. Another thing VatNova does is that it predicts and it learns your pattern. It pulls data from existing system. We'll get there when we are talking about integration aspect of Nova and some of the things that VatNova has now that I can say maybe 1 or 2% of other similar systems have it in the world. So we have proactive learning and deep CRM integration. The system can also integrate into your existing system. If you have a system already that you are using, VatNova can integrate into it. It can pull data, it can do some kind of learning. The unified continuous feedback loop. So this is the difference between what people are doing previously and what we are going to. We can go on. So VatNova is powered by large language model and RAG. I don't want to be too technical here. I will just say it's in very layman language. So context-aware natural language processing. When you send a message to the AI model, to the large language model, which we are using, it understands your context. I will give one example now. There's something we call moderation flagging contents in the system that flag bad words like SEX, nude, and stuff like that. But even though those things are flag words, the system understands your context. For example, you say, I want to confirm my sex on my application form. It knows that you are referring to your application form, you are referring to your gender. And if you say it in another way, it knows that what you mean, it knows your intent. So it's that very smart. So retrieval augmented generation, dynamic pulls accurate specific enterprise data to anchor the AI and shift prevention hallucination. Let me just explain that to you in a very layman language. We all know what to call hallucination. Hallucination is when you think you are doing the right thing, but you're actually doing the wrong thing. Or what you think you are doing is wrong is different from what you're actually doing. So modern artificial intelligence hallucinates, but we have actually put some, how can I say it now? Some measures in place to ensure that the system does not hallucinate. It does not bring out information out of nowhere. So the knowledge of the system, the knowledge of our model is limited to certain domain. For example, now if you deploy VatNova on your business website, maybe you are into sales of clothes, item, and stuff like that. If somebody comes to ask question about car on your website, it will answer that person very politely that I do not know anything about cars. If you really know about car, you can go to so and so place. It will not say because you are selling clothes, you will not start advertising car for that person on your website. So that will call the retrieval augmented generation. So enterprise data and CRM, your proprietary data acts as the absolute single source of truth. Whatever you provide as the knowledge base for the AI is what it uses. It will not go and find information out of your domain and start giving to customers. So you can go ahead, Basit. So uncompromising security architecture. So our system is so secure that, let me just use like a layman language. We have put all measures in place to ensure that data confidentiality is there. As a matter of fact, our ISO certificates, our NDPR license is on the website there. So people will be confident that their data is within their context. Another tenant, because the Nova AI is a multi-tenant application whereby different people come to subscribe, just like a subscriber kind of thing. So your own data is not mixed with another person's data. Whatever you are doing on your own tenant or your own domain is limited to your own domain. Another tenant that is on that same system will not see your own data, and that other person will not see your own data too. So that's what we call the uncompromising security architecture. Please move on. Please move on, Bazit. So designing for responsibility, absolute transparency, mitigating biases, contextual relevance. Clearly identifying AI interaction to user and providing frictionless, immediate escalation path to human agents, no deception. Let me explain this. When you are chatting with the AI, and the AI discover that what you are asking is outside its domain knowledge, or those permissions are not provided, what it does is that it escalates to human agent, to active human agent. You might have several agents on your platform acting as your human agents. The system is very intelligent enough to do what we call a queuing system. It knows who is less busy, so it assigns the task to that person, and the person take over from there. So that's the transparency. Mitigating biases. We do continuous data monitoring and diverse data training protocol to ensure fair, equitable, and unbiased service delivery. As a tenant or as a vendor, you have the right to keep updating the knowledge of your AI. Because the way the system works is that once you subscribe to VatNova, you are going to start building your own local AI in a simple way, your own local agents in a very simple way. So you need to continue to upgrade their knowledge. Don't just make it static, that whatever you put there is final. When you see that there are other information you need to give it, update it from time to time. And contextual relevance, whatever we are doing is based on context. The AI will never give you, I've explained this one earlier, it won't give you information that is not related to the context of your discussion. You can't be talking about clothes, you can't be talking about jewelries and stuff like that, and you start giving information about cars. So that's the contextual relevance. Please go ahead. So a 360-degree view of performance. So for customer experience, we have CSAT, which is customer satisfaction. We have customer effort score, real-time sentiment analysis. So for this, we ensure that the customer satisfaction is high. And that's why the work is not only for us as the innovators of VatNova. It even lies in the hands of the tenants of whoever is subscribing to that platform. You are responsible to train your own AI. There's a guide, everything, because we don't know anything about your information. So there's a guide on the portal on how to train your AI so that it will attend to your customer and you get a very high CSAT score. Then we also have real-time sentiment analysis. When you are chatting, there's a moderation engine that try to see the sentiment or what people are feeling. Are people happy with this innovation? Are they not happy with it? You see everything in real time. So efficiency, containment efficiency, deflection rate, average handling time. When you adopt this, your deflection rate will be very low because when customers are happy, they tend to come back to your platform. You can't compare a platform where somebody comes, they try to ask some information, they couldn't get it, they will go to another platform. But when they come to your platform and they continue to get the relevant information, they get 100% customer satisfaction, they will come back. So your deflection rate will be very low. Then containment rate, satisfaction rate will be very high. Resolution quality. First contact resolution. What do you mean by this? AI is your first contact resolution. And the goal of every business is to ensure that at least AI resolve at least 80% of your problem or customer's query. If AI can resolve 80% of your customer query, then you are doing fantastic well. So the FCR is the first contact resolution. We have escalation rate, AI answer accuracy. So resolution quality is one of the areas that we are also look at very well. The commercial ROI, cost of resolution, agent utilization rate. Well, this is a bit of human sentiment because when you adopt AI fully, the cost you are spending on your agents will reduce drastically. Because if you are using like 5-7 agents before, you have to reduce so that AI is going to do most of the things they are doing. They have strategic impact, new promoter score, and the customer lifetime value. So this is just like another way of generating revenue. If your customer lifetime value increases, then you are sure of returning customers, and when you have returning customers, you are sure of recurring revenue. Please go ahead. So balancing metric that matters. We have containment rate, target 40 to 70% successful autonomous resolution. This is what I explained earlier. We ensure that your AI or your agents, please go back, that's it. We ensure that your agents that you have deployed on your website resolve 40 to 70% of the customer's query. We also have metrics for accuracy. Target absolute precision, zero hallucination rates. I explained hallucination earlier. Hallucination is when AI thinks it's doing the right thing, is giving you right information, whereas it's giving wrong information. So we have ensured that the hallucination rate is zero. We have carried out tests, several tests, to ensure that whatever the AI is giving you is accurate and is within context, not out of context. Average handling time, that is the resolution time. If you deploy AI or if you deploy agentic AI on your corporate website or your business website, it makes your average handle time reduce, because we are human beings. Your agents might not be on seats at that moment, but AI is there to answer the questions and to resolve the problem. So if you are having like let's say 30 minutes window for resolution before, you can be guaranteed to have like 5 minutes or 3 minutes window, because you are supposed to be waiting for one agent to be through before attending to another person. But with AI can handle millions of people at a go. You don't need to wait for one person to finish. You can run parallel. So blended CSAT and agent CSAT. So customer satisfaction from the AI and the customer satisfaction from the agents. You also ensure that even though AI is trying to increase your customer satisfaction, the system also ensures that you also monitor your agents. If time permits us, we will also go through the system. You see some of these features. It's to ensure that you also measure the performance of your agents. So when your agents are not doing well, you see, and you're able to train them or improve their output. Please go ahead. So what is the onboarding flow? How do you onboard on VatNova? Of course, the first aspect is to go to the website, subscribe. After you do that, then the next thing is to train your AI. There's something you call assistant. You create AI assistant, then from there you train it. How do you train your AI? Is by uploading knowledge file. On the portal, we have samples of how you can create your own knowledge file. You put your knowledge file. Knowledge file is just like things that you do day to day about your company, all the information you think your agents have. You give it to the AI as well. That's knowledge file. Then the next phase is to deploy your widget. Widget is that thing that pops up on your website that says, do you have any question? So you deploy your widget, and widget is deployed automatically. Once the widget script is generated, you just give it to your web developer or your website developer to put on your website. So once your widget is deployed, then you connect your team, you create your agent, your supervisors, you set up your SLA. There are a lot of things in the system. Your SLA rule that you must not spend more than 5 minutes to attend to a customer. If you are having problem with that customer, you must not spend that 10 minutes to escalate to your supervisor. If all those things are there, maximum number of queries you can attend to in a day, maximum number of queries you can attend within 1 hour, everything is there. Then the phase 4 is to monitor and optimize. So you monitor your performance of your agent and your AI. If you think that the AI is not doing well, you retrain the AI, you add more knowledge file and stuff. Another thing that system also does, which is missing in this workflow, is that there's something we also call integration. If you have your own internal system already, maybe you have a store, you have your CRM, you have your ERP, you can actually integrate it with the Nova AI. You can connect them through API. I will show us how to do the API connection. Once you connect through API, then customers can have access to all those features. Let me give you a very good example. Let's say you have a store where you do e-commerce, and one of the issues that customers always have is to track the order. I've placed order, I want to track that order. To track order, people have to contact your agent that, please, I want to track my order. You can actually integrate your order tracking API into VatNova so that customer can actually track their own order without coming to your agent. And you can do this as many as possible. You can do 1,000, 500 integrations. It's unlimited. So a time will come that you discover that AI is doing everything for you. You don't even need human to handle your customer again. Please go ahead, Basit. So that's all for our presentation. That is the theoretical presentation. Basit, do you have some time to show at least some part of the system?
Yes, we still have time. You can go ahead and show us the part of the system. So we can, after that, then we proceed with the other questions, and then we take some question and answer. So you can
Okay.
proceed.
So
Let me
you
stop sharing my
permit me
screen.
to share. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm sending a request to share now. You can grant it. Have you seen the request, Basit?
Not yet.
I just sent a request to share now. Okay, I've got it. So this is the VatNova project developed by Vatebra Limited, and is, let me say, if not the only local, or let me say African centric, or let me say Nigerian centric customer service agent system, because I don't really think any of this kind of system exists right now locally. What we have is all these foreign ones that people pay dollars for subscription every month. But we have done something locally for Africans so that we can also enjoy benefits of our own race. So basically, what we do here is that the first thing you do is to sign up as a tenant. So let me give you an example now. Somebody who is into air business, you want to engage, you have a website already, and you want to engage your customer, you want to AI to handle your customer interaction. You just come here and do your sign up. You create your company and everything and stuff like that. I don't want to go into all of this one. So after you have done your sign up, of course, you get an email to say that, okay, you are ready to onboard, etc. So let me just sign in. So I'm signed as a tenant now, somebody who has already created their profile on the portal. So basically, there are 3 different roles on the system. We have the tenant admin, the agent, and the supervisor. It's made very simple, so everybody can use it. Tenant admin is like the administrator of the tenant, of the business. Supervisors are people that manage agents, that manage agents. They take over conversation, they do escalation, and the rest of them. The agents are people that handle tickets. So when somebody requests something on the website, it comes to them and they attend to it. So let me just go to tenant admin because this covers almost everything. We just spend like 5 minutes to navigate around it. So I've previously logged in. So the first thing you see here is a dashboard of what has happened. Let me see the last one here. So in the last one, this is what has happened on your platform. You have 1,888 conversation. Conversation is like somebody comes to your website, they engage. So that full engagement is one conversation. So this average response time, total customers that you have gained within that period, and your CSAT score 2.8. This is just like a dummy data actually. So this is one of the key indicators to see how well your system is performing, your agent and your AI is performing. This 2.8 means that you need to do better by probably retraining your AI or retraining your agents. So these are your agent performance. You can see these are agents. This one has 3.7 rating, 3.7 rating. This one has 0 rating. This one has 3.1 rating. So your AI has 3.1 rating. This AI bot, and these are your human agents. So for your AI bot, you also see total number of conversation it has resolved. It has resolved 14,150 conversations. That's just like a WTF, like I said. Then you have your conversation trend. How many conversations and how many are resolved over a period of time. So on this conversation screen, this way, assuming somebody is already online, asking questions or chatting with your agent or your AI, you'll be seeing the conversation real time here as well. You just be seeing like a mirror that, okay, what people are doing online, you're also seeing from here. So your agents, you also see your agents here, where you can create your users and stuff like that, your department, then analytics. This is just giving you a detailed more information about what is going on around your platform. I can go to maybe the last 6 months analytics. So you've had start of 16,000 conversation, average response time is 75 minutes. Your CSAT score for that period is 3%. Total customer is 15. You will now see the conversation trend. Your conversation, how many conversation has happened on each day? You can see that on Monday, you have the highest conversation on Monday. On Tuesday, it dropped. On Wednesday, it's increased again. This cannot give you information about what people are doing on your website. Then you have your CSAT score distribution. 36% are very satisfied, 29% are satisfied, and so on and so forth. You see them here. Then you see your agent performance. Then you see your channel breakdown, where the requests are coming from. Then after that, you also see your agent performance. This is where you see details of their performance, what they are doing. So down here, we have what we call the agent leaderboard here. So these are your agents. The system has shown their performance to you. You can actually do it on daily basis, weekly basis, yearly basis, monthly basis. If you are doing like your appraiser now, your yearly appraiser, you can do yearly basis. You see that this agent has done 2,446 conversation. He was only able to resolve this. What is the resolution rate? 73% rate. Your average response time, 2 minutes 46 seconds, which is very good. And your customer satisfaction score is 3.7. That means all the conversation you've had with customers, your average score by the customer is 3.7. So one good thing system also does is what we call legacy conversation. So some old conversations, things that have happened in the past, the system kind of archive it for you, so you can view it like a report. Let me give you an example now. There's a complaint about a particular customer. Maybe a customer complained about your agent, and that's happened like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And you want to trace that conversation. You can come here and trace it. I'll give you a good example now. Let's say this conversation happened, let me see, the one that happened today, for example. And I want to see the conversation. Sorry, let me look for the one that has, look at this now. I want to see the conversation that's happened. Basically, this is between AI and the customer. You see what the customer is saying, you see what the AI is responding. You'll be seeing that conversation. So this kind of lets you know what has happened in the past. And you also download it. You also download that particular conversation. If you click on download now, you come down and you can see the downloaded info conversation in like a kind of a text file or HTML. I can view in the browser, something like that. So now let's come to the main activity, the main work. We have what we call integrations there. Basically, this aspect is handled by technical people within that organization. If you have technical people within your organization, you might not be able to handle this part. This is assuming that you have your own internal system and you want to integrate it with VatNova. So we have the integrations there. So for this one now, we have done so many integrations. Maybe you want people to create order on your platform, you want people to get weather details, where to get weather, and so on and so forth. We just come in and create the integration. So it's very simple. Let me just pick one that has been there before. So these are technical things, actually. They are technical that handle this one. So you create all your integration parameters and everything. Then you can also test your integration. When you test this and it's working fine, then you know that you are finished the integration. I will show us how this one fits into what customers see from their end. So apart from integration, we have a report, API calls. Now, this one shows you what people are doing with your integration. Let's assume you have already put some integration online for your customer. For example, get order information, track your delivery, track this, all those things you've already put online for them to use. How are they using it? You see from me. You can see all your integrations from here. Now, the widgets are the different websites where you have deployed that agent. So these are different agents that you have deployed. So you want to know from which agent you have deployed and which integration is doing what. So generally, you can see total API calls. Now, that means they've done a total of 9,444 API calls. That means people that are using your website, your customers, they have made about 9,000 requests into your internal system to fetch information out. You see the average response time, you see the number of integrations that you have, then you now see the API calls over time, the way they are calling your API, the way they are interacting with your system, the response time. Then you also have top integrations, what people are requesting more. People are requesting for analytics more. People are requesting for search product, get weather information. You see what people are requesting for. So this will now let you know that, oh, so my customer, most of them request for this kind of information than this. Then you also see the ones that are not performing well in terms of latency, the ones that are very slow. So once you see this one now, you can now go and work on your integration that, oh, these ones are slow, let me make it faster. So my customer will be happy. Then you can also see your detail log of where people are making requests from. Then the last one here under developer is the API documentation. So if you want to now integrate, there are two things now. You can integrate your external system into VatNova. You can also integrate VatNova into your external system. There are both ways. Now, you want to integrate your VatNova, your own environment of VatNova into your own internal system now. It's not very easy. So we have the developer integration documents here. For example, now you want to see your archive summary. You want to put into your own system. You can see it now. You want to see your billing summary, all the invoices you have paid for, all the payments you have made. You want to put into your own system. You can put it from here. You want to see your pending tickets. Let me give a good example now. You have a CRM, and you're also using VatNova. You can be pulling your ticket from VatNova into CRM automatically using this API. So you have everything ready for anybody to use. You can also see your overdue tickets. Tickets that have stayed there for a long time that nobody has attended to. You can get your active tickets, escalation. You can see your agent performance, and so on and so forth. These are things that you can integrate with. So that's all for that. Then let's come to branding and settings. So if I come to branding now, you can change the color to suit. You can put your own logo. This is the logo we put for this particular tenant. You can put your company logo there. You can change so many things. You can change your company name. You can change your support phone number and the rest of them. Now, this is where you create your AI assistant. So how does AI assistant work? So let's say you have 5 websites now. You can create an assistant for each of the websites. You can say this website, this is the AI assistant for it. And for the AI assistant, what you basically do is to put the assistant name. You put assistant name, the tone. This tone is how does it relate with people? Friendly and lovely. It means that anytime you want to chat with that AI, it will be very, very friendly. If you say it should be very objective, if that's the tone you give, it's very objective. Whatever you put is what is going to interact with. Then your knowledge file. This is what I'm talking about, knowledge file. So this is where you upload your knowledge information. And you also put a sample here where you can see sample knowledge. Let me stop sharing and share the entire video so I can show you what the knowledge looks like. 1 second, please. So if you download this knowledge file now, this is sample. So this is what it looks like. So this is just an SYS company, your company overview, your core services, something like this. This is just like a sample. Critical issue, example, what do you do when you have an issue? You just describe the problem, solution. It's not like question and answer kind of thing. It's just a general description of what people encounter, how you resolve the issue. So with this guide, everybody can create their own knowledge file. So when you have that knowledge file, then you upload your knowledge file. Now, apart from that, you can now integrate your APIs. Remember, I talk about integration here, where you create different integration. These are things you do internally. For example, people that want to check their ticket details, People don't want to check their order detail. People don't want to track their orders. Let me give an example. Maybe for examination bodies now or in school, and people want to check their results. You can put API for all of those things. So when you are now done, on your assistant, you will now attach those APIs that you want that assistance to also work with. So that means anybody that is using your website widget, they'll be able to also use those functions. They can check their results, they can track their other details and the rest of them. So this one is unlimited. You can have 1,000, you can have hundreds of these APIs, and you plug it to your website. So anybody that is on your website and they are running that widget, they can do all of those activities. So you create the AI assistant, you integrate your API, you attach your API, you have attached the API, and that's all. So the last step here is now your widget. So widget is that thing that pops up. Let me show you an example of a widget. Just 1 second. So this a widget. This thing that pops up here. So this is what will be shown on your website. I will come to this widget and how it's interfaced with human as well. So this is why you create the widgets. You give the widget a name, the greeting. Now, which assistant will you use? You know, we have created different assistants. Then you tie assistants with it. You give it a color. Then you can see a live preview, how it will look like. And this code is what you give to your developer that put this code on my website. And that's once you put this code on the website, this widget will come automatically. So this is how you set up the widget. Very simple and straightforward. So the widget depends on AI assistant. AI assistant depends on APIs and knowledge file to function properly. So on this AI assistant, once you finish and you save, what SEM basically do is that it trains your AI with this knowledge file and all these APIs. So your agentic AI now, or your agentic widget you are deploying now, is now equipped with vast knowledge and also different tools to use, like all these API integrations. Is to make it very robust and very powerful. So that's how the widget is set up. Then we have the SLA configuration. Now, this is where you set up your policies for your organization. Now, your low priority, these are tickets that are very low. Maybe somebody's asking for, I want to come and work in your company. You know, it's not really your call. It might be a low priority. So what it means that 10 minutes is response time that you must respond to that person. 10 minutes is the time to respond. If the person send that request, within 10 minutes, you must respond to that request. You must resolve it in 25 minutes. If you cannot resolve it in 25 minutes, within 1 hour, you must escalate it. That's for low priority tickets. For medium, for high, and for critical, you can set all of these things. Like critical now, you can make it very fast. You can say first response time is 1 minute, resolution time is 5 minutes, escalation is 10 minutes. So this one now, it makes it high critical. So if any ticket comes as a critical, you must respond within 1 minute to it as an agent. Then you must resolve within 5 minutes. Then if you cannot resolve it, within 10 minutes you must escalate. If you fail to do this, it will count as a breach for that particular agent. So when there are escalation rules, when there's a breach of escalation, response escalation, if you don't respond within that 10 minutes, it will send a message to your supervisor. That's the meaning here. If you don't resolve within that 5 minutes, it will send a message to your supervisor. Then, if you don't critical priority assign, if you don't assign it within that minutes to send to your supervisor, you can turn this one off. That should not send a mail. Then down here you have agent capacity setting. So how many chats can you attend to concurrently as an agent? 50. It's just a setting that is there. Maximum chat per hour, 23. Maximum chat per day, 20. Queue threshold. How many chat can you have in your queue at any point in time? 100. These are just dummy data. In real life, is this too? I would say this is too hard for anybody to handle. But it's just like sample data that is there. Then you also put your business hour, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. What this means that these are the times your agent will be available. But AI is still on 24/7 working. So between 9 and 5 p.m., your agents will be online to attend to what AI cannot resolve. But your AI is on 247. So for compliance, we have certain things that we have set up in the system. Retention policy, 101 days. These are our encryption that we are using, AES encryption. We enable auditing and we are GDPR certified. You can see if you scan this code now, you see a certificate there, that Vatebra certificate. Then you can also search our ISO certificate number here to confirm our compliance. Then from here, customer can also view their audit, what people are doing on their portal, what their agents are doing. They can view everything from here, the audit trail. So moderation, this is where you set up moderated content. Things that you don't want people to say on your platform. So we have the low priority, we have medium, we have high. If you come to low priority now, these are pre-populated data. You can add more to it. We have silly, stupid, dumb, annoying. If somebody sends a message, you flag it. Either a customer or an agent, you're going to flag it. But it's low priority. Medium, this is more abusive. Moron, incompetence, screw you, hate you, all these things, you can modify them. You can add your own, you can remove some based on your own, how you want it to be. You just modify the content. So this critical, you have things like this, kill you, I will kill you, bomb, all those things. You don't want this kind of information to be going around your portal. So anytime anybody sends a message, it will flag it and report it immediately. Then you have the high critical, very high. So that one is there. So this is a setup. Then flag content. These are the ones that have been flagged. Maybe somebody was saying some nonsense thing and you flag it, you see it there. So basically, this is the super admin. I don't want to go into the agent and because of time. So this is basically the settings, area of settings. So let me just do a little capture of what the customer experience. Let's assume this customer now, WAEC Nigeria now, for example, I'm just giving an example, they've adopted this and they put it on their website. So the moment you come to the website, when you chat with the AI, it will respond with some information based on the training that has been given. You understand? So, okay, I don't think the server is up right now. But basically, now is up now. So it will come and say, how can I assist you today? So you can ask more questions. But whatever you are asking, it will be asking you based on the content. Let me see now, what information do you have? For example, now, by the time it comes back, I'm here to help you. Could you specify what type of information you are requesting for? You know what it's doing now? It doesn't know your intents. It doesn't just expose everything to you. Okay, tell me about your company. This is just a random person playing around with the widget. So our company is involved in various development projects, including the construction of plan. So this is the knowledge file this is the knowledge that was given to this particular website. Don't bother about the name of the website. It's just the content that was given to it. So they also have what we call the quick actions here. So for quick action, you will see those implementation, those APIs that you have attached, what you have done here under your AI assistant. All this you have done here. This is a different tenant entirely. I'm just using for example. Everything you have attached here, people can also see it here. You can see I'm seeing something similar to it here. So quick action, I say, okay, I want to get products. Enter product ID. Based on what you have defined in your own website, if you search it, it's supposed to go and fetch that product information for you. So what it's doing now, this has gone beyond the regular charts now. It has now gone into your own website, into your own, into a tenant CRM or ERP to pull information out. So now it has come up with that information. So this is what is saw under that product. And it's showing you the name of the product, average rating, key takeaway, and the rest of them. This is just like a snippet of what it does. So the more you train your AI, the more you provide information, the more APIs you have, the more instruction you have, the more robust your widget will be. So if at all you are just okay, I need more help, or you want to talk to an agent, maybe you are just tired of the AI, you can say, can I speak with human? It's very intelligent. It knows if you need to talk to a human. So it has come back with an information. So talk to a human. It will now request for your information. You fill your information inside and everything. So the moment you submit this detail, it will assign a ticket. It will get a ticket for you, and it's assign that ticket to somebody to attend to. So that's the workflow. So this one now has gone to a human being now to attend. So that is the general brief we want to give for now about the VatNova project. The most important thing is that the customer also has their own role. That's the tenant, whoever is subscribed to the platform. Their role is to ensure that they also do their part by ensuring that they give the AI enough information to work with. You don't need to put question and answer, just put general information. Things that they ask you, if you are a solo person, let's say I'm a solo business owner, things that my customers ask me normally, things I do, document this and give it to the AI. It will replicate you, it will behave exactly like you and answer them like you. So I think that will be the end. That will bring us to the end of the Nova presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Abiola. You've done justice to this presentation. Before I proceed, if you have any questions, please note them down while I take a recap of the presentation and the short demo. So in the presentation, we talked about the evolution and the overall goal, why we now have AI as the center of customer experience is for customer satisfaction. And you moved to talk about what VatNova is powered with, which is LLM and RAG. RAG, which is the retrieval augmented generation. You also made mention of the fact that AI hallucinates, and that's what businesses must avoid with the implementation of VatNova by giving it proper context. And you talked about efficiency. And one key thing you mentioned is that the goal of every business is that AI resolve 80% of customer queries. So that's very important to note. And you also took us through the onboarding flow for Nova AI, which is firstly to train the AI, to connect your teams, deploy your widgets, which is demonstrated to us earlier, and also continue to monitor and optimize. I'll go to my final set of questions before we take a Q&A session with our audience here. A lot of people are wondering, after all you have demonstrated to us in this presentation, what is likely the cost for a small and mid-sized SME to implement this solution? You are muted.
Sorry. To implement or to onboard on VatNova, we have different plans. We have the startup plan, which is I don't want to give the actual price there, but it falls between 30 to 70K per month to allow AI to handle all your customer requests. Then we have the business, then we have the enterprise. So for the business, it has its own pricing range too. The enterprise too. For the enterprise now, it has unlimited functionalities. So let me talk about the starter. The starter is basically for somebody who have a very small business, but you have a website. You are engaging people. You are creating your widgets. You are monitoring your tenant and everything. But it comes with the number of conversations people can engage on your platform monthly. So if you know that you don't really have much engagement, you can go for the starter. And the way the pricing is done is an hybrid of credit and monthly, whichever one finishes first. So once you subscribe, the system allocates a number of credits to you. So as you are engaging with your customer, that credit will be dropping. So if your credit finishes, you have to top up. Or if your credit has not finished, by the time the month ends, then your credits roll over to the next month. Then you subscribe again. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, it does. Thank you. Thank you very much. My next question will be about misconception about AI. lot of people have a trust deficit when it comes to AI. However, in this current age that we have, it's inevitable that we incorporate AI in our daily life. So for businesses that are perhaps stuck in doing things the traditional way, what would we advise to them? And how will you try to bridge the trust gap? And of course, the other one would be about AI replacing humans on their jobs. I'm sure there are professionals on this call that are wondering perhaps if their jobs will be lost. What we advise to them on how to upgrade and catch up with AI as we speak.
Okay, the questions are in two parts. The first one is the trust in AI. The trust is valid. So people actually fear that, oh, AI has its own mind, it might hallucinate, it might do, it might do that, it might go out of its way to do some things. But people complain about models like Siri at times that it behaves funny and it goes out of control. That's why we say that for VatNova, we have put measures in place to restrict hallucination to zero. And how do we achieve that? We limit the AI knowledge to the knowledge that you provide. It will not think outside your knowledge.
Outside the box.
Yes. It will what you are providing for is it can make it more robust, it can build on it, it can evolve on the knowledge. For example, if you train an AI on medical line now, it can evolve on medical line. When people are complaining about more symptoms, it can start building on that, but it cannot evolve into agriculture or another field. So that is the same concept here. We make it ensure that it only works within your knowledge domain. So that is the issue around trust. You can have that trust that it will not misbehave or hallucinate. Now, secondly, when you talk about the fear of if AI is going to take away jobs, let me share one small story. In my PhD class, we're having this discussion, and a medical doctor was in the class, and the guy was lamenting that he's scared now that junior doctors they have less than 2 years experience, they are doing exactly what he's doing now, and he's scared because they are using model AI, they are using machines and AI to perform the same surgery that AI has been doing for the past 40 years. He's an old man, but he actually came to the school to also obtain PhD in applied artificial intelligence. So he can also match up with what people are doing. So people should not be scared that AI is going to take away their job. It's going to make your work more seamless and more efficient. So you, instead of scaring away, adopt it and use it to make your work more smarter. So for the main stakeholders in this kind of scenario, VatNova is support agents. It's not really going to take away their job. It should make their work more efficient. So support agents should focus more on what we call prompt engineering. They should start learning how to make prompts to make AI make their work much more easier. So that's what I want to say about that area. They shouldn't be scared that it's going to take their job. They should step up to advanced role, automating the AI, using the AI rather than scaring that AI will take away their job. So I hope that answered the two questions.
It does. It does. Thank you very much. I think it's been an awesome time learning about AI and how VatNova helps businesses to improve their processes. If you have any questions, you can raise up your hands so that we can take them. In the meantime, if you would like to learn more about VatNova, you can send us an email or reach out to us on any of our platforms. So if you do have any question, you can raise your hands and go ahead to ask your questions. Let's do that in 5 minutes so that we can round up the conversation. You can also drop your questions on the chat box if you don't like to speak. But if you have questions, just raise up your hand so that I can call on you. Okay. I'm not sure that there are any questions left at this moment. So V conversations happen every quarter. We take a look at happenings around the world of technology, as well as everything we do in Vatebra. For those of us on the call who are new to Vatebra, Vatebra is tech company based in Lagos, Nairobi, Ghana, in Kenya, and we've been in the business of providing information technology solutions across Africa for the past over 20 years and beyond. If there are any questions, let's raise up our hands. Let's drop it in the chat box. And we can also, if we don't have any questions now, we can reach out later. Speaker is on LinkedIn, is on Twitter, I believe, and Instagram as well. But I think LinkedIn are more appropriate for professionals, so you can always reach out to him via LinkedIn to follow up on the conversations. So we have 3 more minutes to ask questions before we round up the call. Do you have any concerns for businesses? It's now is the time to ask those questions. Okay, I trust we have all enjoyed the session. I don't know if the speaker would like to ask any questions so that we can make this as interactive as possible and end in a very short time. So, Mr. Biola, do you have any teaser for us? If perhaps our audience can.
Okay, it's not really a question. It's not really a question. If you have business executives on the call, if you have people that are already doing business here, and their how can I put it now? Their public awareness is not that high right now. So they need to go public and also ensure that they onboard agentic AI to manage their customer support. Because we all know that it's not easy for a human being to stay up 24 hours in a day. And I also say again that customers are very patient now. We are in that generation now that people don't want to wait for anything again. It applies to everyone, either old, young. We are no longer patient. So if your business is not ready to adapt to this change or to this current challenge that we are facing in this generation, then your business might not do well. So it's a call for everyone who is having a business or who has a website and you engage customers. It is high time you deploy agentic AI such as VatNova on your website so your business continuities can be guaranteed. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Abiola. So the recap of this session will be available on YouTube as the week progresses. We can catch it up for those of us who missed the earlier parts of it. So on behalf of everybody at Vatebra, I want to thank everybody for joining, and we look forward to seeing you in our next session at some other time. Thank you, and bye for now.